Hey guys! Today I'm going to tell you the ins and outs of something we all have, a staple in everyone's wardrobe. T-shirts. Your parents wear them, your teachers and classmates wear them, Obama and even Donald Trump wear them. They're a versatile piece, a classic in American apparel. They can display funny references and portray to the world who you are and what you like. Sports, music, TV shows, movies, political views, art, or they can be totally plain. Most are pretty cheap, but some can cost way more because of a simple logo or brand name. What sparked my interest in using t-shirts as my topic was a Humane Society commercial I saw while watching Sex and the City. It promised members a free t-shirt with their donation. I didn't really think anything of it until later that day when I was going through my clothes and I found a t-shirt I'd gotten for donating blood. It was an okay shirt, it fit me, it was comfortable, but I was never going to wear it. I mean, why would I? I have a million other t-shirts that I like way more. Then it occurred to me how often t-shirts are given away freely. They're not inexpensive like a flyer or a button. They're a pretty substantial item of clothing. If I'd kept and worn every free t-shirt I'd ever gotten, I'd have a mountain in my bedroom. So why are they given out so much when we all know they're just going to end up in a thrift store or a pajama drawer? Well, to answer that question, I need to give you some background on the t-shirt making process, starting from the very beginning. Most t-shirts are made of cotton. In fact, 90% of the world's cotton gets made into clothing. It's a labor-intensive crop, taking 200 days to fully mature and needing a lot of water during its growing season. It takes 256.5 gallons of water to grow the cotton for one t-shirt. This makes growing cotton hard on the environment. It guzzles any and all water in the surrounding area, and whatever water is left is contaminated with harsh herbicides and pesticides. This contamination can be prevented by farming organically, but nothing can really be done to change the basic thirsty nature of cotton. The world's top 3 cotton producers are China, India, and the US, in that order. China and India both handpick most of their cotton, relying heavily on child labor, but US cotton is harvested using a gin machine. Ginning the cotton separates the lint, aka the fiber, from the seed as it's being picked. The cotton seed can also be useful. It's usually sold to make cottonseed oil or feed for livestock. Some scientists are even experimenting with cottonseed oil to see if it can be used to produce biodiesel. Once the cotton is harvested, if it's been grown in the US, it's usually shipped overseas to be processed. There, it's combed through, spun into yarn, then knit circularly on a loom, forming a tube of material. This is why most of the time t-shirts don't have side seams. Different size tubes are produced to provide different shirt sizes. The fabric right now is grayish and not really that soft, so it's bleached with hydrogen peroxide to ensure the material is uniform looking. Then it's softened to provide a comfortable texture. It's time for the material to travel to the actual manufacturing facility. This is the most expensive part of the process because it's the most hands-on. That makes it tempting for business owners to send work overseas where sweatshop workers make as little as 12 cents a shirt. Making a shirt in China costs $1 to $2 compared to the $11 it would take if American workers were to produce it. This is because workers' wages are one of the few things that businesses can control, unlike the price of cotton or shipping costs. The employees cut out the t-shirt parts and fasten them together before the shirt is sent to the sewing room. During this cutting and sewing process, 15% of the material will be discarded as unusable scraps. The shirt is sewn on an assembly line, giving it its finished shape. Now all that's left to do is apply the actual design. Whatever design is chosen is usually screen printed on with water-based inks, but vegetable inks are also becoming popular because they're more eco-friendly. The shirts are then dyed using paddle dye tubs before they're folded and sent out to customers. So, to answer the question I asked in the beginning as to why t-shirts are so popular, there are a lot of reasons. They're easy to make because of the assembly line process, and cotton fabric is popular because it's breathable, durable, comfortable, and easily absorbed dyes. Making shirts overseas is fairly cheap, but there are a lot of downsides to t-shirt production. The entire process, between dyeing and traveling and growing cotton, requires 700 gallons of water per shirt. That's enough drinking water to sustain a person for 2.5 years. And t-shirts are just a small fraction of our wardrobe. Each year, Americans throw away approximately 68 pounds of clothing per person, and most of that waste ends up in landfills. Think of how many gallons of water are wasted during this process. So what can be done to decrease our environmental impact? Well, for starters, it's important to buy shirts made from organic cotton whenever possible, since it decreases pollution from pesticides. Or even better, buy a shirt made of recycled bottles or bamboo, which requires a lot less water than cotton and grows faster. When you're taking care of your clothes, you'll find that you really don't need to wash your shirts after every use. Unless you've been sweating, but that's really not a problem in North Dakota for most of the year. Washing one load of clothes uses anywhere from 20 to 40 gallons of water, and drying takes 5 times more energy than washing. So air dry your clothes whenever possible. When you've gotten bored of your wardrobe, instead of buying new clothes, upcycle your old ones by tie-dyeing or totally restructuring your stuff. You'll find a ton of YouTube tutorials made just for repurposing t-shirts by turning them into pillows, yarn, cleaning rigs, rugs, and a whole bunch of other things. And when you've done all that, try visiting a thrift store. I'd say half of my wardrobe is stuff that I've thrifted, and I get compliments on my old stuff all the time. Finally, instead of throwing away your old clothes, donate them to thrift stores where they'll either be sold, given away, or repurposed for other things. Just don't let your stuff end up in a landfill. Now that you know about everything that your shirt has been through, I hope you appreciate it a little more. Thanks for watching!